Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And in our second top story of the day, this is a very important and critical thing to cover with you guys. And I encourage you all to share with anyone who is concerned about Social Security and wants to know about what's going on with Social Security. Because what we do here on the BuzWeaver channel, if you're new, is we take the difficult, we take the complicated, we take the tumult, we take the confusion, we take the media framing, and we break it down into very simple terms so everyone can understand it. And that's what I'm going to do here. So it's going to be very cursory, but we're going to be covering the key important topics. So Fox News, Musk shares mind-blowing chart showing millions of non-citizens given Social Security numbers under Biden. So there was all sorts of scheming and plotting and conniving going on behind the scenes when it came to all of these illegal immigrants or immigrants coming into the country illegally. There was always a plan, ladies and gentlemen. There was always something going on nefarious behind the scenes with the Democrats. So Elon Musk shared a chart during a Get Out the Vote rally in Wisconsin over the weekend, which he claimed showed millions of non-citizens received Social Security numbers during former President Joe Biden's tenure. Now, here's the thing. They were giving him a hard time while he was in Wisconsin because, of course, as of today, as of this recording, April Fool's Day, April 1st, they are in a special, they're doing special elections both in Wisconsin and in Florida. So this is going to be something I'll keep an eye on as well. The event came just a day and a half before polls opened in contentious state judicial race. So they opened up this town hall and they introduced all this. We'll watch a little bit of this from Fox and then I'll go on to the other topics.
So Democrats seizing on Elon Musk's vow to audit the Social Security Administration to stop extreme fraud, like they're doing in every department across the spectrum. And they're claiming...
See, as you can see here, Schumer, what is that? Jeez, I hate the way they do these things.
Claiming that it's really just
Schumer GOP goal is to destroy Social Security. That's not true. That's all hyperbolic language. That's all fear-mongering and complete nonsense, which is why I wanted to have you guys share this video with anyone who has questions about Social Security. So let me go back to that.
Their goal is clear. Destroy Social Security from within. Make it so unworkable, so inefficient, that Donald Trump has the pretext to slash benefits, to kill it, and then privatize the program.
Now, I wanted you to hear all that because it's complete and total nonsense, what he just said. What he just said is complete and total nonsense. And we're going to get into that more in just a second here. You can see here, DOGE has uncovered Social Security Administration files indicating that millions of migrants were recently added to the benefit program. Now, see, they keep talking about Social Security, and yet Americans struggle with it as is, and now they're giving it away to all of these non-citizens. The same display showed that, according to data from an internal Social Security Administration SSA database, over 4.8 million non-citizens have received new Social Security Administration numbers since fiscal year 2021. Billionaire venture capitalist Antonio Gracias, a close friend of Musk, standing on stage close to the Tesla CEO, talked the audience through the findings during an event hosted by the DOGE leaders political group America PAC. So we're going to listen to a little bit of what he has to say here.
We started at the top of the system, mapping the whole system of Social Security to understand where all the fraud was. And there's a lot of great people there that showed us really a lot of waste. And so that came up with a big list of stuff they're working on. You've heard some of that already, but this is what jumped out at us. When we saw these numbers, we were like, what is this? In 21, you see 270,000 people, goes all the way to 2.1 million in 24. These are non-citizens that are getting Social Security numbers.
Yeah, this is a mind-blowing chart.
Yeah, just this literally blew us away. Like, we went there to find fraud, and we found this by accident. And this isn't political, by the way. My parents are immigrants. Yeah, this country's been great to us. My brother and sister are all born in Spain. I'm pro-legal immigration. This is not political. This is not political. This is about America.
It is mind-blowing. And then when you look around for it, when I was doing the research for this video, I was trying to find as many mainstream media sites as I could that was discussing this topic because this is serious. Trump administration near historic deal as DOGE reportedly finds millions of illegals on Social Security rolls, conservative angle. And you see here, Breitbart, Conservative Angle, and the American Tribune. 3 publications was all that could be generated by Ground News. And Ground News aggregates a lot of its news into the different biases, right, of the left, the right, and the middle, and even the blind spot, which we can go here. And we can see, even if we go to blind spot, which would be articles that I would not typically read or would not typically read left and right, you can see there's no topic on this at all. There's none. And when you do a cursory search on Google, there's nothing here. You have an NPR article from 6 days ago. You have a Center of Budget and Policy outline from 8 days ago. And then from CNN, you have DOGE blocked from accessing sensitive Social Security. Federal judge blocks DOGE. Nothing in regards to what they have found. Nothing. Zero. And it's extraordinary. And this is from Momentum Chaser. And if you want to watch the entire video, the entire thing, you can go here and find it on X. So if you guys haven't already, of course, below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to include X, where you can find this information. And as Wall Street Ape says here, Democrats did give millions of illegal Social Security numbers. They were registered to vote. Elon Musk has confirmation they did vote. Democrats qualified illegals for max Social Security benefits. They enrolled in Medicaid and their new Social Security numbers. And you can see the graphs, and of course he goes on to give some more explanation. And of course, the entirety of the video again. And you would think this would be all over mainstream media. It's all over social media. Or I should say it was all over social media yesterday. As of this recording, it is April the 1st. But here you see more of the charts, more of the graphs, clip from the video. And you can see how it was going up incrementally. It's not just the fact that 2.1 million Social Security numbers were issued to non-citizens in fiscal year 2024. It's the trend line. The numbers were doubling every year. That's extraordinary. And, you know, and they keep talking about Social Security. You just saw Chuck Schumer over there talking about how Trump was wanting to destroy Social Security. No, he says here, Trump declares seniors should not pay taxes on Social Security. I totally agree. And then we have over here from PBS News, them, you know, again, fear-mongering over Social Security. This is extraordinary.
Significant changes will be coming for Social Security recipients starting on March 31st. Millions of Americans will no longer be able to verify their identity over the phone, creating a challenge for older Americans and those with disabilities. Stephanie Tsai joins us now with more.
This latest move by the Trump administration will require new and existing recipients to either verify themselves online or have their IDs verified in person, even while more than 40 field offices are slated to be shut down by the Department of Government Efficiency. The changes are aimed at addressing the potential for fraudulent claims and improper payments, which amounted to $72 billion between 2015 to 2022.
So there you have it, improper payments. Where do you suppose that came from? I wonder where that could have come from. Does anyone have a chart or a graph that may outline it? Is there any information online where we could go and find out how that could have happened? Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, there is a way to find it. The thing is, the mainstream media isn't talking about it because it's not their narrative. It's not what they're trying to push. It is absolutely infuriating to me. I am so glad, as you guys know, that Donald Trump won because of this very reason right here. The media is working in combination, in concert, coordinating together with the establishment and the Democrats to make things as difficult as possible for Donald Trump. Because just like we saw when I tried to look up this research, you see all these things about blocking this and blocking that. These judges are not finding solutions. They are not coming up with, they're not correcting legal issues. They are simply calling a legal timeout, a stay, because they can, because they're a judge and they can write the order. That's the only reason. It's not solving a problem. It's not fixing a problem, and it's not coming up with a solution. It is just a stop tactic. And as you can see here, improper Social Security payments, $72 billion between 2015 and 2022, and in less than 1% of all benefits. It's absolutely extraordinary. And the continuing mongering going on by the Democrats, I went ahead and looked this up on ChatGPT to break it down for you guys so we could all see it here in a nice, lovely graph. What are the methods of changing Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare? Changing Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare involves a combination of legislation, executive, and administrative actions. Here's a breakdown of how changes can be made to each program. Social Security, legislative changes. Most changes require an act of Congress. This could include adjustments to benefits, tax rates, eligibility, or retirement age. Donald Trump cannot change Social Security by himself. Regulatory changes. The Social Security Administration, as I say, can make administrative adjustments within the framework set by Congress. Executive actions. The president can influence policies through executive order, but major changes need legislation. Public referendum. Uncommon. In rare cases, states might hold referendums, but federal law takes precedence. So these are the ways you would change Social Security. And then it comes to Medicaid and Medicare, the same thing. Congress controls most aspects, including eligibility, benefits, and funding. And here, states can request waivers from the Centers for Medicaid and Medicare Services to implement experimental okay, that's just what they can do. But it still takes, Congress can modify Medicaid eligibility, funding, and services. It still takes Congress. So this nonsense by Chuck Schumer back here on Fox, it's just nonsense.
All right, let's start there with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. Secretary, it's great to have you with us. Thank you very much for joining us today. Is that the goal, to kill Social Security from within, as we just heard from Senator Schumer?
Martha, first of all, thanks for having me. And clearly, no. Senator Schumer seems a little discombobulated these days. He did the right thing on passing the clean CR last week. He's taken a lot of shrapnel from his party. And extreme statements like this are not helpful for anyone.
They're not. And it's ridiculous and it's irresponsible. But the Democrats continue to do this. These are the same groups of people, ladies and gentlemen, that have spent the last 8 years trying to destroy Donald Trump. These are the same people that have spent 8 years trying to destroy Donald Trump. And how did that turn out for them? And I'm grateful that Americans, you guys, everyone who voted, those who are registered here that are U.S. citizens, voted the way you did, because I can't even begin to imagine how bad it would be under another establishment uniparty surrogate president like a Kamala Harris, or even if it were Joe Biden again. I can't even begin to imagine. I mean, when you look at these numbers that they're putting out here, and see, I had a better chart here somewhere. Yeah, when you look at some of these numbers they're putting out here, this is extraordinary. It's just absolutely incredible. And I don't see why this isn't like front page news all the time, but it's not going to be, because the news is only covering their own particular narrative. It's absolutely extraordinary. But I encourage you guys, yet again, make sure you share this video with your friends, put it on your social media, get it out there so they can see the difference and make distinctions, as we just clearly made the distinction here on what is required to make changes to Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare, and of course the absurdity that's coming out of Chuck Schumer and the Democrats when they're saying about how Trump is trying to destroy these things. It's just unbelievable. But nonetheless, guys, that's what I had for you. And I want to thank all you guys across New Tech, that's BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, for your guys' continued support. Thank you so very much. Below this video, as I mentioned, you can find the various social media links that I belong to include X, as we showed you here earlier. You guys can go there and follow me on X or the other social medias you see below, to include TikTok now, as I'm doing things on TikTok. So I do appreciate all of your guys' continued support across all tech, including YouTube. So thank you so very much for your guys' support there. And of course, my affiliate links are down below this video. If you order frequently from Amazon or a Amazon Prime member, you can use my landing page link. It helps out the channel and your privacy is protected. And speaking of privacy, I have my VPN, Virtual Private Network Trust Zone, that I enjoy a great deal. And yeah, these are all options, but of course your likes, your shares, and your comments do help out the channel immensely. Now, peeking there on the screen, it'll be the channel icon for the BuzWeaver channel you see there. You can click on that to subscribe, as well as to select notifications. That way you know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.